I'll keep the chat open for the first minute or so, see if any players are like requesting a restart or anything. But here we go. We're on our way in game one. The best of 5 playing for 5th and 6th place in the Celeste Spartan Championships tournament, and they're betting their current prize money, which somebody can correct me in chat, but I believe they've each won $22. So the winner of this best of 5 will get $44, and the loser will get 0. So here we go. In the Southish, we have I'm Soldier US playing as the Egyptians. He's found a pretty nice hunt in front of his base, and he sent his first four villagers built on that hunt, so that's a pretty nice start, as long as he doesn't get rushed, though. And up top, we have CG Striker playing as the Babylonians. He built a second ox cart already. He's on his wood line, and he's going with the safe berries. He has not researched Picker's Glove, though. That's a little bit interesting. Alright, so let me take a look, make sure everything's looking good, and yep, everything looks perfect. Alright, so Striker found a couple sheep, always nice when I get your sheep in, and Soldier found a couple sheep himself, and he's already eating them, which is very nice, since the Priestess of Ra at this point is empowering TC to increase the villager production time. It's really good to put villagers onto these sheep, because it's actually going to, I believe, increase the conservation of the sheep, but also the villagers will be dropping off 11 food instead of 10 food. So that's really nice. And now Soldier's starting his stone storehouse before aging age 2, so he's going for that fast TC. And Striker, no age 1 barracks, just playing it pretty standard. He's making his 3rd ox cart, so he's going to be now he's starting to gather stone himself. Alright. Soldier gonna be looking to go up to H2 pretty soon here. Same thing with Striker. And there we go. The Temple of Ra is down for Soldier. Let's take a look at his macro at this point. Looks like he is like overgathered on food by actually a pretty significant amount. He really needs to pull these 2 sheep villagers on the sheep. Not by a huge amount, but he's going to be overgathering food by a little bit, because he has these 4 villagers on food. Unless if he switches these villagers onto this tree or pulls these 2, he's got to keep an eye on this, because as you see, the food's like pretty quickly piling up, and he has 0 stone. Yeah, I'm actually really confused at this point. I'm a little bit worried for him. He's even building a storehouse on berries. Okay, I'm not sure if he's switching up his strategy, if he built this like fake storehouse on stone or what, but I don't believe he is. Okay, he's gonna have a pretty late TC. His macro's a bit off here. As you see, he's floating almost 300. He is basically floating 300 food, and he has 0 stone when he hits H2. And yeah, kind of rough. He's able to get hand salt, but he's still floating a lot of food. And for some reason, he's even putting all these villagers on food. So the second TC time is gonna be pretty bad, to be honest. Let's take a look at Striker. His is quite a bit better, really just more standard. Soldier's macro just really slipped quite a bit there in age 1, unfortunately. And as you see, Striker did not get hand salt though, so that's one thing. He's he's kind of missing out on the hand salt, maybe having a little bit too few villagers. Oh wow, Soldier being cheeky here. Just dropping watch posts and just building them time to delay. I've never seen anyone actually do this before, especially with the TC placement on Arabia. Oh my god, this is super smart, and this has to be insanely frustrating for Striker right now. He's doing a good job of like killing them as soon as they get placed, but oh my god, this is still going on. Oh my, look how bad that finally Striker gets his TC place, but it's really late. It delayed him a significant amount. But meanwhile, Soldier's TC, his macro slipped an incredible amount, and he's just now starting his second TC. It's gonna be about the same time as Striker's, because Soldier delayed Striker's TC so much there. But yeah, Soldier's age 1 macro is pretty off there, and as you see, if he's got to keep an eye on this, because he has like 9 villagers on food and he has 500 food. Okay, now he's switching them to wood. That's good. If he didn't do that, he would have been in trouble there. And he's throwing on a couple more houses so he doesn't get housed here. So that was very impressive, very kind of cheeky, probably really frustrating for a striker, but something we don't really see, and that's just Soldier, RTS player, not not super active always in the AOE community, um, but he always just pulls out different types of strategies and different gameplay, so it's always cool to see him play. So we do, yep, we do have that second priestess around. I believe I saw that she got trained right at the start of H2, so that's good. I always want to do that with Egyptians. So empowering 2 town centers, very nice. And he's going with the barracks. He is researching pickaxe right now, so that's really nice. Good pickaxe timing. Um, he has a lot of food, so he's gonna be able to like easily queue up, a lot of villagers. That's one plus of like having quite a bit of food. It'll, like make zero chance of having an idle TC time. He's now researching pickers, love to. And strikers dropping down to stable. A pretty defensive stable here. Kind of be behind TC and kind of in the wood line. It's not like it's a little more forward for the aggression. Striker did get Pickers Love and Handsaw, of course. He did not get Pickaxe yet. And let's take a look at these clips, because these clips can always be important. So it's completely wall off here, which is really nice. And then there's just this one opening right here, which is really nice, like kind of really ideal for striker. Let's take a look at the rest of it. And then a second opening here, pretty standard. Ooh, but then even like a third kind of really large opening here. So it's I don't know. I mean, this part's kind of bad for him. He lucked out here quite a bit with this being completely walled off, but the rest of it over here is pretty open. So that could cause a little bit of trouble, or just need additional walls. You can maybe wall just here and then just there, and then kind of that close it off pretty easily. Let's take a look at strikers or soldiers cliff. Pretty wide opening here. Making a couple axemen actually to defend, and then opening here kind of pretty standard, and then another pretty large opening. So it looks like both their cliffs are more so open than usual, I would say. Soldier dropping down second barracks and already just advanced to H3. Striker just at H3 himself. Soldier looks like he's just making the axemen. And Striker is building gardens. So he's about to get his third garden built. He's gathering stone for that third town center. He has enough to drop it right now. Let's take a look at Soldier. Soldier is he's already building his third TC now. Pretty aggressive location. Actually, this is really nice. I like this quite a bit. Oh, okay, great. He needs to make sure he kills these camels. He should do it right now, to be honest. These camels are in like perfect position. But so as you see, this one is already starting to run away. If these 4 run away, this could be basically cancel the good TC placement. So yeah, it doesn't look like he's focusing on that. So hopefully they don't run away too far. Soldier moving in with his couple of axemen. They are just still regular axemen. The champion axeman is being researched right now, though. Let's take a look at the villager count. We have 42 villagers for Soldier and 45 for Striker, minus the axe carts. Puts basically both players at 42 villagers. Striker's actually, it's kind of tough. Both their names start with S's, so I think that's why it's easy to mix up their names. But Soldier's actually researching champion spearmen, so I do like that. Spearmen are just super cheap and like incredibly cost effective. So it looks like Soldier's gonna be looking to mix in some spearmen at some point. And he is switching to farms already, so pretty good. It's always nice to just kind of put those farms in little by little. And yeah, Soldier's gonna be looking good here. Actually, he's gonna have looks like he's going for the spearman axeman composition with like they train so quick and they're so cost effective that this is gonna actually be pretty scary for Striker to hold. The best thing for Striker is if he just gets like mounted archers, then he can kite for days, and even chariot archers is they actually train a chariot archer. But those guys both take a long time to train, and as you see, he has very little right now, and he's actually going lancers, which is going to be bad for what Soldier's doing. And then actually mixing in slingers, man, this is probably a really good strategy. All these units train so quickly, so cheap. Like the slingers would be able to deal with the mounted archers, really well. Soldier is starting to stack quite a bit of resources, like 1,000 gold. Striker floating a little bit himself. And here we go, first kind of real first engagement here. There are only one spearman here though. I think the rest are still maybe flooding in. This is actually kind of a bad engagement for Soldier. I mean, his units are so cheap, it's not too bad of a trade, but that was a little bit of a poor trade for Soldier there. He is making a couple more barracks here forward. Read in chat really quickly. Everything looks good. I'm sure you guys can hear me great. And Soldier's actually researching Slinger's champion. So it's going to give him plus 50% Pierce on, which is huge versus mounted archers. And the minus 20 training time, which is pretty nice, and 25 line of sights, you know, a little nice addition. Striker going for cultivation. Let's see, he did not get agriculture yet. Did he get the? He did get the food trigger one though. And here we go. Striker's moving out. He does have a really large army at this point, pretty large, and very good raiding army. So if Soldier doesn't put on the pressure, and if he lets himself get raided to death, it could get scary very quickly. Looking at the villager count, we got 65 villagers for Soldier and 69 for Striker minus gas carts, basically dead even. A few more barracks is coming down for Soldier here, but his villagers are going to be in danger right now. And here we go. One villager goes down. Can he save these three? No, he might lose all of these here. He tries to pull them, but no, he loses like 4 villagers right there. So already a pretty nice pickup. 79 villas to 65, making that vill gap already. Soldier getting his first armor upgrade, going with the armor one. Good choice. Here we go, first engagement. First real big engagement, I guess I should say. Oh wow, Soldier gathering with a few villagers over here that are exposed. If he keeps losing these villagers, it's going to be a little, you know, that's obviously not ideal. And he's starting to stack a lot of wood, and he has like way too many villagers on wood. And he's actually really low on gold. He's got to fix his eco like right away. He has nobody on gold right now. He's able to train spearmen, but he's even running low on food, and he's stacking wood, the wrong resource there. Meanwhile, he's falling behind population by quite a bit, and he has like able to make the cheaper units. Striker putting down a couple of towers as he's panicking a little bit. Doesn't want to get overwhelmed by the Egyptian mass. Now putting down 2 armories, so no armory upgrades yet for Striker. Yeah, Striker already at 170 population, while Soldier's at 133, and you know, so has to make all the houses for the rest of the population also. And he's really not fixing his macro at all. It's really slipped up right now. He's got about 2,500 food and tons of bills on food. And this could be very scary for Soldier here. He's good micro job actually right now. Striker slipping up with the micro, and that was actually perfect. Slancer's now coming around, looking away from the spearmen, and now getting onto the slingers. And it looks like Soldier just had less units, especially like stat-wise, almost weaker units. So Striker's coming out on top here in this engagement. It wasn't a huge win, but it definitely was a bit of a win. And Soldier actually not. Oh my God, he's not training any units. He somehow is not fixing his gold crisis, and he just looks really off this game actually. Like he has 37 villagers on wood. And he has 3,000 wood. Like, what do you grab all these villagers? He sees this gold mine, right? Or was he like not? Oh my God! Did he really not scout that? That's probably why he has this gold crisis, because he's looking for gold mines. Yeah, he's putting all of his villagers on this gold mine. Like, how do you? Of course, there's always like a gold mine over here or here. Like, did you really not? Oh, when this building gets up, he will see it, and he'll be like, "Oh my God, seriously." Ugh, that is so painful that he did not. Okay, now he sees it, and that is so painful. That's why his economy was so out of whack. Well, for a while there, why he had a huge gold crisis. He didn't see his gold mine. He didn't scout his gold mines. You know, pretty basic stuff. It's nice that he's not on the map getting gold here, but he's in a scary position. He's at 126 population compared to 180. He's able to now train a ton of champion spearmen, which would be really nice. It should be able to help with these raids a lot, but he put himself in a really bad position there. Let's get a villager count. We're at 86 villagers to 105 from Striker. So Striker's looking really good. Economy lead by a lot right now. And Striker is starting the triple markets and putting up some walls. So Striker's looking pretty good right now. Soldier's able to deal with these raids though. The one thing he's able to deal with these raids extremely cost effective. So yeah, Striker doesn't want to throw away his like expensive lancers to extremely cheap spearmen. He's got to keep an eye on that. And now it's kind of giving Soldier time to get max population and fix his eco. And his eco is pretty much fixed at this point. Oh, like all of his, I think he recognized he had way too much wood. Yeah, so he basically pulled every wood villager, and he's now basically for the most part fixed. So he actually had too many villagers on gold mine, so all of them couldn't even gather. And he now realizes, oh my God, there's a gold mine here. I don't know how he did not scout that earlier. Poor scouting, but. So both players are sitting around that right next to like 180 population. He's just now gonna start working on his markets here. It looks like he deletes that wall right there, and oh, Soldier already does have a market somewhere. Oh, wow. Okay, this is kind of standard Soldier. It's actually nice because it is walled off here. So Soldier building the market over here, which is very it'll like Striker won't think to look there, and it is already protected by a fortress, which is pretty nice. And like the cliff makes for a kind of nice natural wall. And Soldier's just walling off this part of the map, so it's nice. And he now scouts this, and so that's good, of course. Striker going H4 right now. He's at 101 villagers compared to 87. So Striker has the villager lead by a little bit. Soldier getting a lot of upgrades right now. Getting mounted training, getting a couple army upgrades, researching combined armies already. Very nice. And he has quite a bit of resources himself, but he's nobody on stone. He's got to fix that. He's got to put some villagers on stone. He doesn't see this mine. Start working on that, more armory upgrades, and just getting the resources to go H4. As he basically has the resources, but just not the stone. And here we go, pretty nice raid for Soldier. This could even up the villager gap, and Soldier even now claiming this gold mine. That's one of the really nice things when you can get out on the map and gather from these like middle and far gold mines. It's really nice because it depletes them for your opponents, and it basically makes like your caravan transition much smoother, and you don't rely on the caravans like as significantly. And Striker lost his ox cart there, which is big. So now we just got like 13 villagers running around, and it looks like they're probably just gonna drop some like siege workshops, I'm guessing, or just some forward military buildings, which isn't a bad idea at all. Striker now H4 researching Chariot Archer Champion. So minus 25% cost, conversion resistance, and bonus versus priest. So I mean, really, the only thing you're getting is mainly the cost, but minus 25% cost is pretty nice. And it's only 600 gold, so here we go. Really big engagement. Soldiers not have the numbers here at all. Spearmen are on top of the Lancers, really good. Like, honestly, the worst microing for Soldier there, or for Striker. Like, this engagement is probably going as absolutely good. The best it's possible it could go for Soldier, because he had much fewer units, but the Striker had the wrong units, attacking the wrong units, basically. Oh, Soldier pulling all of his villagers here, trying to drop a fortress. He is getting remaxed already with the champion spearman. The units just train instantly, basically. So it's able to get remaxed really quick, and he's queuing up a lot of caravans, and walling this off here, which is good, really nice. And this fortress is going to get up, and this is one thing that Babylon can have a rough time dealing with in like this mid or more late game. A lot of times Babylon army composition will be archer heavy with like chariot archers and mounted archers, and then they'll do nothing against fortress. But it's kind of the opposite right now for Striker. His main force is lancers, but Soldier's being pretty good in making camels and spearmen, so these lancers aren't going to work. And Striker's going to have to switch to more mounted archers or different types of units, and then these fortresses will be really handy. So, wow, I think these engagements, it's just like the cost effectiveness of these Egyptian units. Like, I think you're just seeing it, how crazy it is. Soldier needs to queue up units right now. Oh, he was doing pretty good there. Striker's bank's getting really low at this point, but he is already H. Oh, actually, both players are H4. Soldier kind of snuck it. Um, Soldier's bank is quite a bit larger. Oh, he did lose almost all of his villagers here. Soldier does save villagers, only 2 of them. Hoping to get this second. Oh, don't lose these. Trying to get this second fortress up. But, oh, it's not going to get up. Soldier's just struggling. He needs to put down his last town center. And now he's finally remaxed. That's one of his main issues is not having. Well, he has enough military buildings, but not, making units quick enough. Striker researching. What is this? Upgrade from market to increase their effectiveness. Saddlebags. And fortress does go down. Let's take a look at Striker. Let's see. He does have the garden upgrade to get max gardens. Take a look at the Ziggurat. He does have Total War, basically like every upgrade, so he's playing really, knows what he's doing. Here we go, really big engagement, and Soldier's taking this one really well, actually. And this is where we might see things become rough for Striker. If he can't win these fights, especially like cost effectively, this could cause trouble. But actually, Striker right now, if he could get some war chariots, they would really wreck. I mean, the majority of Soldier's army, especially slingers. But now siege towers will help and do quite a bit there too. So big engagement here. Soldier dropping in population by a lot and just not remaxing. Like I think he's focusing a little bit too much on micro here. Yeah, you should micro and all, but you can't. You don't want your queue to be empty for that long, especially like during a fight like this, because his reinforcements are going to be like extremely late while strikers are with defender's advantage. Now Soldier just lost the fight because no reinforcements. He took so long to queue up units again. But look at Striker's bank. He's just running so low after all these engagements, while I think Soldier's having just a much easier time of like remassing with the cheap units. Take a look at the armories. Both players, working on their armor upgrades. And oh wow! And of course, Soldier's 4th TC. Of course, it's a way in aggressive town center replacement. Why not? Soldier needs to get remaxed. He already got 1 fortress up, which is really nice. And now trying to place a second, but I don't think it's gonna get up here. Let's get a villager count. We're at 91 villagers to 108. Soldier kind of idled with his army right now though, and he's not making enough units. Like he should be able to get max pop right now. I don't know if his oh, he still needs to research desert conditioning. That's a big one. Let's take a look at Striker. He does have the whatever it's called for Babylonian desert conditioning. And here we go. This is why this is a bad TC placement, as he might lose this, and then all of a sudden you're not at 200 population ability. Soldier going in for a counter attack. And yeah, this TC is going to go down. Ooh, and 14 villagers in there too, trying to run with them now. Soldier's going for a counter push. Let's see how it is. Camels on mounted archers and lancers. So now the Soldier is forced to rebuild his TC. In the meantime, he's going to be stuck at 180 pop cap. Pushing over here and also engaging over here. And Soldier decides to build the forward town center again. That's very, very questionable. But I guess he's already had a lot of villagers there pre-selected. Maybe not many home villagers. Yeah, his villagers are... Some villagers gathering wood here really inefficiently. I think he has way more caravans than villagers. Soldier needs to queue up units. Why is your queue empty? You're at 150 population. .145 population. Finally queuing up 4 camels only. And researching desert conditioning and also the close combat expertise, so those would be really nice once those come in. He is running into a bit of a food crisis. 21 villagers on food. I get probably a little bit on the low end, Um, he is now mixing in chariot archers though, so chariot archers I think will work pretty well here. Taking a look at the army compositions, striker mainly mounted archers now and some lancers. Building fortress at home, keep this mark line safe. He has auto Q right now also, and he's only at 184 population. Oh, and there we go, the wonder. So first wonder's down. See if Soldier doesn't even have resources right now to respond with a drop wonder himself. I was thinking, I think I forgot to raise this point before we started this tournament. It's something I'll bring up for next tournament and discuss, and like we probably vote on it. But I was thinking, like, should we ban wonders from the tournament and just not let that not let them be in the tournament? Because sometimes people can argue that they take away from the game and that they can be kind of lame. I don't know. That's something we'd vote on and possibly like in the next tournament and in like next show matches. Maybe that would be a thing. Also researching Chariot Archer champion, so once that comes in, that'll be nice. But I mean this could be very bad for a striker potentially, because the wonder does cost a lot of resources, and he takes in a lot of resources to build that. And let's see if he's gonna be able to defend. And you have to defend it for a really long time. While most of Soldier and this is what Soldier needs to do: build more forward buildings. He's building a couple of Pantons too. So trying to get rid of that wonder, and yeah, the wonder is about to get up. Yeah, but striker at this point he has a really large bank. I think he's been trading a lot better recently now, and Soldier making tons of spearmen, which might be a good choice. Take a look at these armor upgrades. Soldier needs to get a few more here. Take a look at striker. I have a feeling striker might have all of them. Striker just missing one. And the wonder is up, so there's a 10-minute time limit. Soldiers just cannot remax for the life of him. Now he's panicking, so he's switching to champion Axeman. Probably just are not the choice. I think he's like panicking. He doesn't know what army composition to make. So he's just trying different things out now. Spearman on the Lancer is nice, but Striker notices it. Striker researching, making a lot of towers and upgrading them. And this is already kind of naturally walled in here, so nice wonder placement. Oh, and here the Lancers are looking for the caravan route, but where is it? Yeah, it's over here. And Soldier's, honestly, he's not the best of these like late game situations and dealing with wonders, so he's going to have his work cut out for him. And here we go, he's pushing. He's got the Panton behind. He's moving in. A lot of Lancers are away, and there's a Spearman here to deal with them, so that's pretty nice. Pantons actually posts up. Probably shouldn't. Soldier, there we go, finally. You need to just get max buildings up front line. Don't forget these units. Oh, this is very nice, actually. This is huge. Soldier trying to take over this position. He needs to keep going. He's getting his army upgrades now. Good. But look at the bank of Striker. Oh my gosh. And Soldier's just kind of dwindling a little bit. At some point, Soldier, when it gets closer, he could like panic and like, if he has enough, he has tons of resources like remax like instantly a couple times. He could delete some units, some villagers, and just get an army of like 160 population. Like that's always a last ditch effort. It's not a bad one. So one market goes down, not the biggest deal since there's two more. And Striker just really smartly responds very heavily to this. And Soldier really needs to have more here than just those two units. This is pretty nice. If you get this TC down, I mean, that's always a nice little pickup. Soldiers cannot remax, so it needs fine. There you go. Goes, queues up millions of spearmen. So, I mean, they'll get there very quickly, but he needs to just queue up units. And he needs to start doing something with the bank of gold. He needs to buy food, and it's just very imbalanced, his resources. And now he has, like, he needs to buy food if he doesn't notice it soon. TC does go down. It's really nice, and it's gonna get Striker stuck at 180 population for meantime. Striker reinforcing his wonders, more buildings, basically blocking. getting rid of these trees is actually going to help Soldier, because there's, eliminate that pathing. Catapult Champion being researched. Oh, here's a Pantone for Striker. And this is a really, oh wow, Soldier's only at like 180 population. He lost his TC again. A horrible, horrible TC low spot. I think that's what the Pantone just did. And now if Soldier doesn't realize, okay, he's rebuilding CC at home, good, finally. Needs to get rid of this gold bank. What's scary, it's at the point where Striker has an insane bank where like he'll instantly reinforce like 10 times. And Soldier's just gonna have to overwhelm like him by a ton. He's not. I don't think he's not realizing that he has to get rid of that gold. He has to like buy food. He's most likely gonna have to delete like 40 villagers, and like that's his best chance. And it's not bad, especially in late game when you have so many resources to remax like 4 different times. Like it's really smart to do that. Big engagement. Soldier going with the H2 Unicomp, the Spearmen and Slingers. I mean, not the worst. He's actually probably winning here, but he has to win like multiple times, or like somehow just overwhelm super quickly, where units die like right when they get made. Because Striker has the resources to remax probably 4 or 5, like 5 different times, if not more. So wonder time is coming down a bit, getting up to 5 minutes only. Striker smart, putting down more stables. That's what he needs to do. He has resources and remax millions of times. So the only way he could lose is if he just gets overwhelmed and his units can't get made quick enough. But it's looking rough for Soldier at this point. Needs like even buildings even further up now. Yeah, these like catapults are going to be walking too far. He needs to get more buildings further up. Units are flooding in. Look at this mass of units just flooding in. That's crazy. Soldier recognizing this, and now he's pulling villagers. Very smart. It's what he has to do. He only pulled 9 though, so it's really not much. But at least he's realizing, this is what he has to do. Striker trying to shut it down really quickly. Soldiers looks like he's pushing pretty well here. He needs to keep queuing up more and honestly pull way more villagers to build buildings. I mean, Striker's saying max 200 though, pretty much this whole time. I mean, doing quite a bit of work here. The caravan route's probably dropping quite a bit, but honestly, that's just good for Striker. It'll have more room for military, and like he can make a 200 pop army like I've been saying like 4 or 5 times. So he won't run out of resources before. If Striker deleted every villager he has, that would probably be the best thing he could do, because he'd probably be able to make max the units 200 population no delay for the next 4 minutes, and he would just have 200 military pop of military, and he would not get overwhelmed. That would probably be the best thing. Or delete like 80% of them. Like at this point, that's what Soldier needs to do. He needs to delete like basically every caravan. He has the resources to be 200 pop. He needs to like buy food and stuff, kind of fix that a little bit. But he can't keep having these trades. Like he won't be able to overwhelm Striker with the current villager population, 77 to 62. So Striker has less vills at this point. The only way Soldier can win is if he has way more military population. And the only way to do that will be to delete villagers. It's a little unfortunate. I would like to see how it went if there wasn't a wonder involved. But oh, this is actually really nice. This is for Soldier. This is one thing that could kind of mess up Striker quite a bit if he doesn't realize this, and he probably won't, because it's like a really hard thing to like realize. he already has 8 Lancers and Chariot Archers stuck here, so that's quite a bit of population that it's not going to be fighting at all in. There's probably a good chance he might not see this at all for the rest of the game. So if units keep getting trained and they keep getting stuck here, then that's like Soldier's best chance. But Striker's pulling tons of villagers, building towers, doing more stuff of what he should be doing and needs to do. And it's not looking good. Soldier finally getting like his last armor upgrade. Should have had this like hours ago. Now running low on food, but giant gold bank, and he's just losing the engagements here. Still not buying food. What are these spearmen training in? 3 seconds. And coming up on a minute for this wonder time, so 2 Palatones, this life-saving Palatones, but now they got to break through this wall. And this is looking like GG. I don't know why Soldier's not realizing he has to delete villagers. I knew this was going to happen. Soldier's not good at dealing with wonders. Striker's food banks are dropping a bit, but I mean, still tons and tons of. You just buy 3,000 food, and be perfectly fine. And the wonder is now under a minute, and it's about to be GG. And there's the GG. Yeah, Soldier being a little bit frustrated, but just not realizing he had to delete villagers here. Like, he has 7,000 food. If you sold 2,000 of that, or just kind of fix your macro a little bit before, you would have enough resources to make it like 200 pop army like a couple times, and then you could have 200 population of military. And if you had pushed that once with 200 population of military versus Striker, there's a good chance you could potentially overwhelm him and then kill all units so fast that like the rest of the units get killed as soon as they get made. And that's what he had to do, but I mean that's a very like unknown kind of strategy, and nobody really does that, or no kind of. So it's very non-standard. So it's not like a surprise that you wouldn't like expect no to do that. All right, spinning the map for game 2. Game 1's goes to Striker. All right, game 2 is going to be played on Big Island. Pull up the chat here. I don't know why you're not putting pressure on the market line. Yeah, it's definitely one thing. Can't win Babylon's versus Egypt without wonder. I don't know. Alright, take a look at some of these post-game stats here. Let's see, all resources gathered. Striker won by like 10,000, a little more. Wait, is that 13? Or no, yeah, 10,000. A little more, yeah, like 13,000. Oof, that's a lot of units, but obviously really cheap ones, spearmen and slingers. Let's see if either of these players like forgot any upgrades. Like this is one thing Soldier probably hasn't played. I mean, you should have just mixed in some Priestata. Like you never know. Like they can get insane converts off, especially if you had like low population army population. Priestata could have been huge. Like could have potentially changed things, especially if you get like maxed priest upgrades from like every temple and just have like 10 Priestata in like different locations. They could have like potentially done huge wreck, Priest attack can either be really good or really bad. It's basically depending on if your opponent notices them and like attacks them. Yeah. Alright, so what civilizations these guys are playing. Alright, so Striker whispered me hits it through Discord. Soldier hasn't yet. So let's see what Soldier was going to be playing as. Oh, did they already invite each other, maybe? Okay, it looks like they just invited each other already. Alright, so we're going to be playing on Big Island. Alright, Striker's hosting, and we're going. Really quickly getting into game 2 here. So we're going to be playing as we're going to be playing on Big Island. Soldier's going to be playing as the Celts, and Striker is going to be playing as the Egyptians. Very common matchup and very kind of debated matchup. Some people feel really strongly that Egyptians are really favored, and other people feel really strongly that Celts are really favored. So it kind of makes for unique play. This is on Big Island, so we're going to keep an eye on these woodline spawns. Sometimes they can be pretty imbalanced. Strikers looks, well, I mean, he is a normal woodline here, but then his second woodline's kind of like really far. So I told them before that each player can request a restart if they want. So I told them to keep an eye on it and everything. Let's take a look at Soldiers. Soldiers is good, standard. Using 2 villagers, already built dock. I actually like this quite a bit. And, oh, maybe not. Fuck, he's going to get villager. He's going to get population blocked. He shouldn't have used 2 villagers to build this. Yeah, he's going to have idle TC for a while. Ooh. Okay, well, these 2 villagers going right onto food. So he's going to have idle TC, not for too long, but he will have idle TC for a little bit, but he'll get his first fishing boat out really quickly. Well, he actually got it really nice, I think. I don't think he had any idle TC time right there. He probably manually clicked his villagers to drop off the food, so they actually did get it in time. He might have a... Yeah, actually, this is, I mean, pretty good. He even drop off the resources. Drop them off, drop them off. He's idle TC right now, a little bit of idle TC time. And he actually even pulled a villager off of berries, which I think is a little bit too soon, because he's going to have a little bit of idle TC for his next villager, too. The first fishing boat's gonna be very early though, and then once that fishing boat comes out, he'll be good. Like, won't be having idle TC time, but yeah, it's still a little while for that fishing boat. So he's having a little bit more idle TC time. No players are asking for a restart, so we're good to go. And already gonna be working on a second fishing boat, so he's gonna have a ton of his economy is gonna be like really good once these fishing boats get going. Possibly better. I mean, you know, then Strikers. Soldier, yeah, he has a little bit of idle TC time here. A little bit again. He's drop off, drop off. Oh, he's okay. Now he's fixing. Oh wow, is he actually going for a second dock already in age 1? Okay, this is getting really crazy. So wow, this is gonna be really unique play from Soldier. Meanwhile, Striker playing in standard, no dock at all. Gathering Stone going for a second TC, and on his way to age 2. So I actually like this for Soldier. Oh, Soldier's not starting to gather stone himself. This is probably the best thing for Soldier. Like, the best thing is that if Striker does not fight C at all and does not make any triremes at all, and Soldier gets to the point where he has like 8 fishing boats, like, and they're just not contested at all, like that would be a huge boost. And it's looking like that situation is gonna be is what's gonna happen. Unless if Striker mixes in a dock, you know, a bit later after a second TC, and then kind of quickly tries to kill the fishing boats. But Soldier's gonna be in age 1 for a long time here, though. Nowhere near really aging, but he's gonna have a ton of like economy units, a ton of villagers, and with all these fishing boats. Let's get a village count right now. We're at 17 villages for Soldier and 15 only for Striker. Striker actually have an idle TC right now, slipping up himself, and Soldier has like, you know, he has 18 villagers to 15, and they're like fishing boats. So Soldier's ahead in villagers by like a significant amount right now. Striker is gonna get the second TC and like kind of get rid of that advantage, but like I think Soldier's looking really good right now actually. Um, like his economy is gonna be really far ahead, even though he's like still in age 1. Um, it's the main thing is going to be, is Striker going to build like a forward dock or a dock at all, and then if he makes like 2 ships and these fishing boats all like die, pretty quickly, then it can change quite a bit, because there's a ton of economy invested into sea right here, but it's giving Soldier an insane boost, and he won't have to have any food villagers, any land villagers on food, and he'll be able to like make constant villagers and like army, like his food incomes coming in insanely fast. And Striker getting house blocked again here. He is now dropping dock at home. So it'll be interesting to see what Striker does with this dock. And Soldier scouts it actually like right away, so that's really nice. Just to always have that information. But he's making it at home, so even if Striker does make triremes, they're gonna have to go very, very far away and battle versus Celt Swan ships. So that's probably good. Like I think it looks like Striker's probably gonna just make a couple fishing boats himself. Like what would have been best for Strikers if he built like a dock, like really proxy dock like over here, and was able to get a trireme out and like kill these fishing boats really quickly. It's 21 villagers to 26. Second TC already going down, very aggressive. I guess good. Yeah, I mean, it is next to a lot of resources here. And gold mine, secures gold mine. Gold mines are always actually really important on Big Island. It's like all of your resources are in front of the map, so it can be hard to like secure gold mines. So like that's one nice thing. Take a look at these gold mines on the map. Soldier with like 3, kind of right, straight line here. Striker with so far it's scouted at least 2. Same distance, and then this would be his third, and then 2 middle ones. So actually, gold mines are looking really good. I think really balanced. This one's a bit further off. Let's see. Strikers are maybe a little bit closer to his home base, but yeah, gold mines look really balanced, I'd say. And look at Soldier's food, just like insane amounts of food. 0 land villagers on food. He won't have to worry about like idle TC. He could really. This is where like I would just queue up like 5 villagers from each TC, so there's like 0 chance that you slip on a villager per cycle. And villager count 31 villagers to 32, but a lot of fishing boats. Let's see, he did research the fishing upgrade. And Striker going straight to H3 though. That's where Egyptians get really scary. Striker now kind of realizing he's going out for his it's kind of awkward far wood line. And he does have quite a bit here, but it's like the weird semi-thin wood line. Oh, and Soldier actually making a swan ship, really nice, and pushed some villagers off of a punt here. And now he's moving around. He could, Striker really smart, pulling his villagers off the wood line already. And oh wow, Striker didn't even do anything with this dock actually. Maybe because Soldier scouted it, he decided to change his mind. But he actually just built the dock and never even made a fishing boat or anything. Soldier not going H3 himself. Soldier's now in H3. Queuing up them upgrades. Striker dropped down his first stable, 3rd TC, forward on one of the gold mines. So actually like some mirrored TCs. Yeah, some legit mirrored TCs. Pretty funny. Well, this is his 3rd one actually, not his 2nd. Oh, Striker for getting pickaxe, or Soldier get free in pickaxe, and even chisel. Let's see, Striker do it. Nope, he maybe free in chisel. Alright, so we're at 42 villagers to 41. Soldier's falling behind, actually, in the villager count here. Yeah, I don't know. Did he actually have idle TC? or maybe it was just that time that Striker had the Striker had the second TC sooner, and he was able to train villagers while aging. So that was probably it. Soldier researching net weights, another upgrade for the fishing boats. Carrying capacity, conservation, really big one, and gathering rate. So that's huge. Really nice upgrade to get. Fishing boats are starting to go pretty far though. Nice watch post there. And fortress going up right by this gold mine too. So 45 villagers to 49. And now these fishing boats are going to be getting less and less productive, of course. Especially these ones that are going to be going far, unless he drops like another dock right here. Third TC is up for Soldier on the other gold mine. Ooh, and Striker loses a scout. Swan ship just moved around more. Couldn't find anything to kill. No, he didn't even go for that dock. Probably thought it just wouldn't be safe. Now this is where it gets interesting though. Striker is gonna be he's running out of this berry patch. He does have some hunt here. Like he has to get food. All the food he gathers, he has to get off of the land. While Soldier's getting this food off of the sea, so that's like a really nice advantage. And of course, Soldier still has all these berries. So like, what is Striker gonna do for food after this? Is he gonna spend wood to make a lot of farms, which is gonna be pretty expensive? Or is he going to go like really far out and like gather from this hunt and like gather from that hunt, like these boars? Like he has these two options where he could kind of do a little bit of both of them. Striker now at 94 pop. Soldier taking the pop lead by a little bit, and we're seeing a lot of stables for Soldier, and a lot of horsemen are not coming out on the field. Oh, we got a forward villager building watch post, but it's unfortunately right next to Soldiers. So both players are making good use of watch posts. And here we go, big horseman raid. These guys are beefy. So Striker's responding with sending chariot archers to try to deal with them. And a lot of TC fire though. So these horsemen, with all this TC fire, they're actually getting taken out kind of quickly. And yeah, maybe not cost-effective trade for Soldier. His TCs did like pretty good work. Yeah, probably not cost-effective for Soldier there, unfortunately. He did call it some idle villager time, but he did lose quite a bit there. We're at 69 villagers to 69. Striker now going to going to the farms. Soldier getting a little bit of a raid in. See what his army composition is looking like, making a couple archer ranges, and why fort houses? No, never fort houses. He's floating a ton of food though at this point. Maybe does he not? How is he floating that much food? Oh, he accidentally put a lot of villagers on food here. He needs to just remove all of those. Fishing boats are taking care of him still. Maybe just drop another dock so closer drop-off spots. So a lot of horsemen. A couple sacred groves are coming down now. Pure horseman army, 14 horsemen. 13 chariot archers, though. Chariot archers are not going to kill this watch post. And Striker is starting his marker line, and with a with a fortress to defend it. You see how Soldier's doing on gold in his marker line. He does see that one, I believe. Yeah, he does see that good. So he has this gold mine, and then there's one over here. So there's quite a bit of gold on the field still. Oh, and Striker trying to drop a watch post here with a villager. Ooh, a lot of vital villages, and I think these were on food. So there's this like kind of food crisis coming for Striker, and he's really low on gold. Ooh, and look at this, really kind of lucky and perfect for Soldier. Scouting these docks like right on time, and picking up quite a few villagers here. So that's really nice, getting a pretty big raid there. I think that was about 6 villagers going down and shutting down these docks. And now these horsemen are getting in on the wood line. And we're at 87 villagers to 75, so Soldier taking the vill advantage. Swanship looking around. And some really nice raid in for Soldier right here. Some walls coming down for Striker, really nice. Oh, and look where Striker is moving his villagers, very exposed villagers. Let's see if Soldier can see that. Yeah, he does see it. So he has the line of sight of those villagers, a ton of exposed villagers. little bit of engagement here. And Striker's at 75 villagers to 90, so he lost quite a bit of villagers, and it's getting a little bit scary going down that many villagers. And Soldier, okay, now he moves his camera. If you're watching on the minimap, you can see the score box shows where the players are focusing. So it shows that Soldier moved his focus to these villagers. And yeah, if he gets all these villagers, 17 villagers, that'll be huge. His Striker's village count is already pretty low, and he's like struggling for wood. Only at 130 population, Soldier's max at 180, so Soldier's looking really good right now. He needs to keep moving with all these horsemen. Don't let these villagers escape. And Soldier's running around with a lot of horsemen, looking really good here. Really good position, and all these villagers are going to job. And Soldier's just building up a huge bank at this point. And and he's even scouting these caravans with this watch post. Really nice. So he just knows like exactly where the caravan route is, knows where to hit. So we're at 67 villagers and 93. That's a huge gap. And Soldier's bank's just going to be building and building. And he's maxed at 180 pop, so like he can't train units. So his bank at this point can only increase more, while Soldier is like very far from being maxed. So he has to spend a lot of resources to get maxed, while Soldier's already with a huge bank, and it's just going to be building that bank for a while. So here we go. We got horseman and bowman composition with a couple of augers and trying to get that convert off. Pulling his horseman away from the elephant to try to get the convert, but then they kind of went back on the elephant and sadly killed it. But either way, it was right before. It was really low HP anyways, I guess. Soldier going H4 now. Yeah, but all these trades are going to be really good for Soldier if he can just keep trading his army and just forcing Striker to continue to spend resources. The only thing is Soldier's a little bit of a gold crisis. He's now in this gold mine, and he's going this one. So he's going to be good for a while, but no market, and he has this one. So he still has quite a bit of time where he'll be good on gold, and he could probably even get that one. And he's going to have access to like 200 population soon. So he's looking in a really good spot. And Striker's struggling for resources quite a bit. 57 villagers and 93. So this one's looking really good for Soldier. Oh, my bad. I didn't update score. I just looked at the chat. Let me update the score. Alright, so yep, Striker is up 1-0 in the specified, but Soldier's looking like he's about to make it 1-1. Big engagement though. Bowman possibly out of position here, but the Horseman come back in, save the day. And look at this. So Striker's bank, he like can't make more units. He's under 100 food, and Soldiers. This is what Soldier needs to do. Just keep trading your army, even if you don't like, even if they're not very cost-effective trades, which they probably are. Striker he can't. He doesn't have the resources to keep remaking an army, while Soldier does. So Soldier just needs to keep fighting, just keep making, Striker does get on this gold mine. He does scout that one. I wonder if he probably went a while, possibly without scouting it, because it's really far on the edge. So it's an easy gold mine to not scout accidentally. And now being forced to drop a lot of farms, and he's even low on food, or he's low on wood and food. So look at all resources under I think 100 right there at 17 minutes in. That's always interesting. You don't see that very often, and it shows you struggling for res. Soldier sees these caravans. Wish you would do something about them. Oh, 4th TC going up. Might get denied here. I think it will get up. That's actually the most important thing. He just wants to have room for the 200 population. Oh, it's going to be really close. It's going to get up. Yep. Okay, that's nice for Soldier. He loses like every single villager. It's 90 villagers to 76, 88, 87. But that's fine. Here we go. Strong raiding army coming in. Going to take down this wall probably really quickly. And see where Striker's villagers are, where they're kind of exposed. Not really many. They're all around the TC. He has only 13 villagers in wood. But yeah, this is really where the exposed villagers are. Oh, his army a little bit out of position, but I think he lost quite a few units there, but if these guys can now get some big raids on, possibly. And Soldier needs to just keep remaxing. Don't let the Striker get the bank. Don't let him even up the bank. As it can get scary if he lets Striker kind of back in this one. If he keeps having... He needs to kind of keep fighting earlier, and he kind of gave a window for Striker to basically get back in it a bit. But Striker he's still kind of quite a bit behind. Because he's still in H3, and he's going to be in H3 for a while, and he's probably he's falling behind a lot in the army upgrades, actually. So Soldier already, like, spent a ton of resources to go H4, and he's probably already getting H4 armor upgrades, so that's where, like, his large bank depletion has been going. And Striker's very far way off, from getting like H4 and H4 armor upgrades. But it is pretty even now at this point. But yeah, look at this. Like Soldier getting H4 horseshoes, so he's getting his H4 upgrades. It's where he's like, that's why it looks more even than it is right now, I would say. But still, Soldier's army's not like getting max popping like he should. A lot of units are in queue, and he's like only at 187 with all those units in queue, so he needs more military buildings. He did not start his caravan route, which is good, because that could have got really scary if he completely ran out of gold and had no caravans. But yeah, I mean, this is good, and keep trading. Pretty even trade, maybe, probably even trade, I guess. That's what he needs to do is Striker's food's dropping a bit. Oh, and actually, this is going to be kind of unfortunate for Strikers. It'll still be a little while more, but when he's chopping through his wood line, it's going to like expose the caravan route more. And that's just like not room you want open. Like this is a natural wall, and this natural wall is like getting depleted. It would be better if he was on like this wood line. Oh, Soldier having a gold crisis, actually. He did start his caravan route, but there was like really late market route, and I think he does have this gold mine. Oh, it's about to run out. Okay, he's getting on this gold mine though, which is really nice, so that'll help a lot. Not enough military buildings once again though, realizing he needs to get more stables as these units train very, very slowly. He's probably underestimating that. He's probably really panicked right now that he's getting pushed back so far, and he's at 156 population. But he's getting a lot of upgrades here. Yeah, he has champion Carptums, champion Horseman, and the horseshoes or whatever it is. And he's getting just more and more armor upgrades. So his units are gonna be really, really strong, while Strikers are not as much. And now Soldiers has like 193 population in queue, so he's gonna hold this. Well, Camel gets converted. Strikers, probably taking some cost-effective trades here. Oh, he was champion Carpet. I'm not being researched yet, unfortunately. Soldier's probably panicking right now a bit, as it's looking a little bit scary, but like he'll hold this. He'll eventually hold this. These units, reinforcements are coming, but they're not coming that fast. And Soldier's units will just pop out, and as I said, they'll push this back, and then Soldier will get the chance to max out 200. And throwing out a forward fortress here, really nice. Oh, I wonder, did Striker not scout this? Let's see. Oh, he did scout it. Just didn't. He had an early caravan route, so. Oh, just post up that swan ship. So the Celts don't have any mangonel galleys, which would be really nice. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my God, I really missed that. I guess Soldier sent a raiding force. I guess I missed that. And the market goes down, I think, both markets. So a lot of idled caravans right there. That's really big. And Striker, 100 wood, nobody on wood. So he's running into some economic issues here. And he's needs to even make a house. Soldier's banks is very large. Soldier's still in a really good position. Champ Carpetum's finally being researched, and more armor upgrades. So yeah, it's looking good for Soldiers. Just gonna keep plugging away. Let's see where are these fishing boats going. Starting to gather pretty far out. Still doing their thing. Oh, and there's a tap out. Striker resigns. All right, so it's 1-1. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and spin that wheel. Game 3 is going to be played on. Oh man, this is gonna be a really long series. Jeez. Equal footing. I think this is like one of the first EQs in like in this tournament at all. Not even giving me a chance to eat my food. Alright. Game 3 playing on EQ. So what civs have these guys gone through? Soldier. Well, let's see if these guys are ready. We'll get it going. Update the score, man. I got it. Just did for this one. Yeah, slipped up after game 1. Didn't update it. It's always annoying when you're watching a stream and they don't update the score. It's actually one of the most, like, one of my bigger pet peeves when the casters don't update the score. Alright, so Striker told me a civ. Alright, and they're just doing it this way. That works. Oh, this is very unfortunate, I would say. Striker pulling out his Celts, one of the very strong civilizations on EQ, and Soldier pulling out Greek, which, you know, like, could be good in a lot of matchups, but not versus Celt, I would say. I think this is a very, very Celt-favored matchup, and Soldier's going to have to pull something off here. He does have some pretty unique strategies, but this is going to be a little bit of a tough one. So Striker's playing down in the south as the Celt civilization. He's going all three starting villagers on the wood, and then switching some to build his food storehouse. So he's gonna be getting that really fast barracks. Stage 1. Oh, Soldier does have an elephant. Potentially, he's putting all villagers on. Potentially, this could be really big and really huge. Elephant's really wandering a lot though. Soldier might run into idle TC time here. Oh. Oh, if you would have almost maybe should delete that and then replace it. This is actually very nice. Yeah, that's actually really, really good for Soldier. This storehouse, it's not like, you know, perfect for the elephant, but it is like really close. And yeah, that's really nice, and it's actually within TC range. So that's actually going to shut down Striker's rush like a lot. I think the wood line's not in TC range, but I think they're just barely in TC range. So Striker might still get a good rush because he could still maybe still kill this storehouse. But that's nice. I mean, anytime we get an elephant, you know, that's very nice. Striker has an elephant here himself that he could have brought in with the scout too, so that's good. It's like, you know, balanced. And Soldier now dropping a Rax, and he just scouted the Rax from Striker. That the blue is not centered with the number. It's so hard to center them. I don't know why they're always like so weird. They don't get like centered. Let me pull it up big. Yeah, it does look a bit off. They're always so weird. Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah, it looks really good. All right, so Barris is getting up for Soldier, and now dropping another a stone storehouse, which and I like that what he did with this. Rather than place it like here or here, well, nah, it wouldn't really have worked for the Bears. It's like too far. He just made it like another storehouse for the elephant and a slightly closer one, so that's nice. Oh, Soldier making a house here. I don't know about that. I mean, I think that is out of TC range. Soldier's getting all the spearmen for Striker, 5 spearmen. So Striker making a second storehouse on Hunt. Now working on his houses. Soldier really making the spearmen run around quite a bit. It's really slowing down the rush. A lot. I think Striker, I guess I don't know if he's letting it get slowed down this much on purpose. I mean, some players like to collect their spearmen and then go in, but versus like Greek, there's really no reason to collect them. Like you're not going versus an Egyptian scout that does a lot of damage, and it's really honestly the faster the spearmen get there, the better. Soldier's now going H2, and he's gonna be able to get high pacifist out like kind of soon, and he's starting to make a wall of these houses, so that's gonna be nice. He has 3 spearmen with TC fire. This could be enough. Another spearman coming in for a striker. Oh, but these spearmen are going in too soon. So we're just going to have to get some micro here. Pull these villagers. Don't let any villagers die. Pulling all of his villagers. Best thing you can do. A couple of villagers taking hits there, but none dying. And Soldier is H2. He's able to make a couple high pacifists, and this rush is going to get like completely shut down. So that's basically all the damage the rush did right there that it's going to do. It caused a little bit of idle villager time, but not much at all, and it slowed Striker's H2 down quite a bit, so I'd probably say it was not a good rush. This is kind of causing the Soldier to have to react and make high pacifists, so it's like delaying his handsaw, and he should cancel his last high pacifist because he won't be able to get handsaw for quite a while now because of that. That always happens. Soldier building a second TC now. Pretty defensively, but only like 4 villagers, so that's nice. He didn't feel like he had to panic and throw like 10 villagers on it, build it like inefficiently. Meanwhile, Striker is now about to place the second TC. Ooh, it's gonna be really nice. Maybe I'll get this elephant and on a gold mine. Striker queuing up a couple long swordsmen. So got 18 viewers, pretty good, decent chunk of viewers for semi-late stream too, and Ariel stream. So if there's any viewers that wandered in here, this is Adrian Person Lines, completely free to play game. So go download it for free. The mods I think actually there's a link down below the video. There's a description where to download the game. And right now, this is a tournament series. This tournament has a $450 prize pool so we host tournaments fairly regularly. Big engagement here right now. A lot of long swordsmen. They did walk a little bit and got some free hits on them, but I think there's still more Celt units here. My pacifists are really strong, so they're holding decently. But yeah, Soldier does lose this fight and then is forced to pull these villagers. Soldier going with 2 barracks is going with high pacifist mix. Soldier mixing it, Striker mixing in some archer ranges now though, and that's where it can get scary if you just have tons of slingers and they're able to kite these high pacifists. We're at 29 villagers to 29. Keeping up with the villager counts good. And a third barracks, so yeah, he's going really heavy on Hypaspis, but yeah, if that slinger ball gets up there, it could get scary for Soldier. Soldier slipping a little bit with TCs. Sorry, he ran out of food after these villagers got pushed off. Another force here. Soldier does have enough to defend it now, and getting some free hits with TC is always nice. Soldier's units are in the right position. Let's see if Striker goes straight for Vills here. Tries to pick off a Bill. Oh, he did, but then he ran away as he saw you're just going to lose all these. So nice little pick up for Soldier. 35 villagers to 34. Slingers are now moving out, though. And just pure Hypaspis. So now Stable is pushed on to deal with the Slinger ball. Oh my god, what are you doing? Why build a house here? That you know it. And of course the house gets killed. So there's 50 food that gets wasted. And he's probably gonna get housed. So very, very bad place to build a house. And I called it that was gonna get destroyed. Soldier trying to catch this army here. He could, potentially get a good catch. I don't know. It's tough. If you get the Hypaspis on top of the Slingers, then you don't allow them to kite, then you could get a really good trade. And looks like these two units, the armies are going to clash. This could go good. Perfect for Soldier. Perfect right now. Exactly what he needs. He's going to pick up a couple units. It's not huge. Striker ran away, so just some free hits. You always like. Oh, but now it can get bad here. Now Soldier has to run away. And he's slipping up on his macro a little bit. And now these Hypaspis are just running from Slingers. And how do you catch that Slinger ball? It's starting to get kind of large. We're at 45 villagers to 43. Soldier needs a drop down the academy. Well, that's actually good for Soldier because that's one thing he doesn't always doesn't make units quick enough and all that. So getting the increased training time will be really nice for him. Oh, if this second group engaged at the same time there, that would have been much better. But Soldier is getting a pretty nice trade here, and some Siri getting a couple more hits in. So that was a pretty nice trade for Soldier. That helped him out quite a bit. 47 villagers to 49. Striker up 2 villagers, and now Striker's going H3. So Soldier has a little bit of a timing push, and he might go with it. Oh, he's pulling back. He needs it. It would be best if he pushes right now. Striker's aging. And Soldier has a pretty good force here. Oh, a lot of vital villagers right there all at once. More forward houses for some reason. Oh, this is a nice little raiding force from Striker. They could do quite a bit of damage. Oh, and Soldier splitting his army. This could be bad if this army gets caught on these. We'll see what happens here. Sending these units back to maybe you saw that raiding force, but oh, and here we go. These armies are engaging. Probably not the best for Soldier. He's got like half his army. He's gonna trade like okay. He needs to might be on the series. No, this is just a bad trade. Well, the Hypaspis lived for a while, man. I mean, that was a pretty even trade, but it would have been much better. Like Soldier had like half of his army there only. I mean, that was right against Striker's aged. Yeah, if Soldier had his whole army there, that would have went way, way better. All Soldier trying to be aggressive with towers. So we're at 54 villagers to 55, and now bowmen are going to be trained, and then it's going to get really scary with this Hypaspis army. He's going to up there with the Suri count, but H3 Celts versus H2 Norse, or what is A versus H2 Greek. Third TC is about to get up. Horsemen are being trained. It's looking rough for Soldier right now. He's missing villager cycles. He's at 59 villagers to 58. Oh, he probably doesn't even know about this. This is huge. I wish he would use move all military. This is huge. Like, this is a lot. 10 Hypaspis is big engagement. Sarah maybe getting on the Slingers here. Hard to say which way this one's going to go. But, man, if you had 10 more Hypaspis in this fight, it would be like a stomp for Soldier. I think Soldier's going to win. It looks like he won that engagement, even with like 10 Hypaspis missing. Maybe be able to push here. And Ford Towers, interesting. And Striker looking like he's in a little bit of a scary position, and he's really low on food. 66 villagers to 59. Barracks does go down pretty quickly. Oh, he's going to be repairing. That's going to be really nice, this repair. It might still go down. He's spending quite a bit of wood, a little bit of wood. And Barracks does go down, so that's pretty nice. Oh, Soldier having a gold crisis, though, and he's not going to realize these for like the longest time. This happened in one of his previous games. He really needs to use move on military, especially in AOE, I would say. Like he lost one of his tournament games versus Carnage. He probably lost. This is the last game because he had like a group like this larger that he didn't know of for like a long time. It looks like it's happening again to him, unfortunately. He does find this TC, which is very isolated, and it makes for like a good target to potentially attack. And finding some more villagers. Big engagement here. Ooh. Soldier decides to back off, just run away. 74 villagers to 64. Oh wow, that's a lot actually. Okay, so Soldier's down 10 villagers. He has a lot of resources right now. He's idle TCs. He needs he queues up villagers and he ages. He is getting these towers up, which is nice. I don't know if they're like in the best. I mean, they're in the main central location, so I guess that's kind of nice. But catching some horsemen here. Still, all these high pacifists. Oh. If you could kind of, Soldier's out on these berries, which is really nice. If Soldier can find a way to like shut down this corner and like this corner with like more. Oh, but now, it's rough. Striker's pushing while Soldier's army is away. Really good push here, and kind of making quick work of his towers. And Soldier's in a bad position. He has high pacifists here, but this is like a pure bowman army. And he can't. He can't engage, and his towers are just gonna go down. Uh, 77 villagers to 69, down in the villas by quite a bit, and you can't take this engagement. Soldier has a lot of resources that he's not spending once again. He only has one military unit queued up. He's trying to switch his composition, I guess that's why, but now some Surrey queued up. He can just throw down all of his houses, making hoplites. They could tank quite a bit, I guess, versus this army. It's definitely better than high pacifist at this point. Yeah, I do like hoplites right now. Oh, TC going down in a very aggressive location. That's just classic Soldier though. Soldier is very far out on the map though. That's the one thing that's like really working for him. He's gathering gold from all these like really far locations. He's getting a market up. While Striker is really confined in like what's going to happen when this gold mine runs out. He's on this one, so Striker does have some gold for quite a bit more, and he's in an opportunity where he's like about to be able to push. And do not lose these units. Soldier needs a back up and just get max pop. He's going to try to fight 150 versus 180. This is going to be scary. This could be a game-losing engagement, to be honest. They're just like wrong units. Pacifists are trying to get on the bowman, but these units are going to kind of melt, I think. Throwing out some more military buildings as he needs to. Yeah, just a very poor engagement. I guess at the least he can change up his army composition, but oh my god, he has like 10 units queued up in one building. Ugh. Needs like train time. Yes, that's like the best upgrade for Soldier. But yeah, he's pretty far behind, I'd say. 78 villagers to 78, tied up in villagers, but 180 pop versus 120. Throwing down a ton more military buildings now, but it's going to be a while before he's able to get 180. Do not lose these units. You need like every single unit. Soldier's taking more. Yeah, you can't do this. I mean, this is very expensive units at this point for him. And now, of course, this TC is going to die. Like, Honestly, I don't know why it makes 4 town centers. Like this is huge that he's losing this TC right now. If it was a normal town center, it would be like built here, and it would be impossible to, get killed. But that's huge that that TC's going down. Yeah, I don't like Soldier picking Greeks while Striker still had Celts available. That's a poor choice. And this is like a very standard map. You should have really expected Celt this game. What did Soldier use? He used Egyptians and he used Celts himself. So he would have been able to go like Persia or Babs or Norse. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Maybe he didn't have too many options. Well, yeah, looking really, really bad. Soldier took that really bad engagement here. He needed to get just max pop before he fought. Striker going H4. Last ditch effort. It's not going to be enough, though. He's got nothing to deal with the Bowman. Soldier now starting to clean up this army, though, with the reinforcement advantage and mixing in quite a bit of Peltis, saving his 5 caravans. But meanwhile, Striker spent a lot of resources to go H4, so looks like Soldier, even up the populations, but if he can't make something happen really soon, then he may really be behind. 83 villagers to 67, and it's just the economy gap. It's going to be too much. So Striker used Celt, Babylon, and Egypt. So he's gonna have Greek, Persia, and Norse left. And Norse is actually maybe Striker's main. I don't know if I've ever seen his Greek or Persia. But yeah, he's gonna have his Norse left. I'm guessing he's gonna go Norse next game. That would have been good to have like Greek versus Norse. Like that would have been a really word. Greek would have been really strong, but using Greek versus Celt is like a throwaway. So soldiers may all go like Babylon, Norse, or Persia. I know. I think he's doesn't feel comfortable with Norse. Feels least comfortable with Norse. So I'm expecting Persia next game. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I'm gonna say Soldier's gonna play Persia and Striker's gonna play Norse. And that would be good though. Like I like the matchup for Persia. depending on the map, yeah, of course. But like on a standard map, I like Persia. And yeah, this game's just lost at this point. Of course, it's tournament series, decent chunk of money on the line, so you want to play it out. But obviously, as the observer, I can see that this one's really just hopeless. So it's looking like Striker's going to take this 2-1 lead and force Soldier to have to win to stay alive. Yeah, at this point, there's really like nothing Soldier can do to come back. He's down. If the economies were similar, you would say he could maybe, but he's down like 20 villagers, and behind in age, behind an insane amount of upgrades, and a much smaller bank. So Striker's just putting in the final blow here. And there's the GG. Alright, and the map for this next game is going to be played on. Spin on the wheel. Oh, Great Lake, which is probably good for Striker. And yep, all these tournaments are funded through the community, so it's always huge appreciation for players to donate and keep these tournaments going. And basically all the players in this tournament said, if there wasn't money for this tournament, this wouldn't have happened. So we're able to get a lot of really fun games and streams due to the donations. So huge thank you. If you guys are feeling generous, you want to dip into your pockets, down below. I did not get a Civ Whisper. Why did you? Maybe you already got the Civ from Soldier. Let me leave it real quick. Well, there's 2-minute delay, so it should be fine either way. But yeah, if you're feeling extra generous and you want to donate to help fund future tournaments or matches or whatever, you can donate down below. There's let's see, there should be a donation. Whoa! Hopefully the stream's not offline. Why do I see it? Yeah, there's a donation button down below the description. Okay, that was weird. Okay, here we are in game 4. Oh wow, Striker going Greek. Oh, and Soldier going Norse. Oh my god. This is the most unexpected one. Soldier has been saying that Norse is OP, but he also said that he's not comfortable with them, so he won't play them. So this is very unexpected. I would generally say on a standard map, Greek have a really good advantage in this matchup. But on a map like this, where it's super, super large and there's sea, it kind of completely turns the tides, or it's played non-standard. So it's harder to say. Like on this map, I'm not sure who has the advantage. Um, Possibly Norse. I'm trying to think of how the late game army compositions will look. Soldier will have like a lot of horsemen, while strikers maybe going like Prodromos and like spearmen. Um, yeah, Soldier will probably be running around with a bunch of horsemen doing a ton of raiding. And well, striker will probably just make Prodromos. I think they're a bit weaker than the horsemen though. So yeah, if you're running around with a ton of horsemen, that could be good. Alright, so Striker going on his hunt, going on his wood line, and sending the villager already to build a dock up at the top. So, oh, Soldier's building a dock himself over here. I'm pretty sure neither player's aware. Ooh, and Soldier's going for the early dock, and using the couple of trees around the hunt to gather wood and for that dock and a fishing boat. But fortunately, well, Striker scouted that, I think, seeing that there are villagers on these trees, so that probably tells him that Soldier's going C if he thinks about it. So he didn't scout the dock, but that gives him a good indication that Soldier's probably going C. So that might make Striker make a trireme right away. So he kind of like scouted the C while Soldier. Oh, and there you go, Striker sees this. So that's huge knowledge to have. While Soldier is not aware of this dock, and I don't think he'll be aware of it at all anytime soon. Yeah, he's not really moving around a whole lot with the scouts. He's not moving around with his melee scout, looking for a dock, it looks like. And not putting villagers onto his wood line. And building a storehouse. Oh, this is actually a really bad one. Well, yeah, you couldn't move it over a little more? Going for a 2-for-1 storehouse, but it's kind of sloppy for a gold mine. Oh, wow, and Soldier's dropping a outpost. Very interesting. And, alright. Let's see, what does Soldier know? He does not see the dock, but he's maybe expecting C. Yeah, he scouted the stone mine, so he saw that no stone was being gathered. And Soldier's queuing up a longship. Oh, sorry, Striker's queuing up a trireme though. Oh, but Soldier's actually having a food crisis, and oh man, he's actually really, his resources are kind of out of whack right now. He like barely has enough food to make villagers. Now he's actually having idle TCU time to make dogs. He doesn't have enough villagers on food. If you could get a lot of dogs out, they could potentially do a lot of damage here. And I'm pretty sure this woodline is out of TC range. Yeah, it looks like it is. So like a dog, he is gonna get quite a few dogs. They're gonna come kind of late. Oh, they're gonna meet the one ship. Oh, and Soldier's knocking up a second right now. This is low poor. Oh, if he doesn't notice this, damn it. Soldier's taking a lot of hits here. Oh, and a second ship coming. He might lose this launch ship for free. This is looking kind of rough for Soldier right now. Oh my god, he's gonna lose it for free. That's not good. That is very bad. That is very bad. Only 3 dogs. His macro was really off. Yeah. Looking rough right now for Soldier. It's kind of delaying, microing the ship, trying to buy a lot of time. We're at 19 villagers to 17. Soldier's slipping into the villagers, make these dogs. It's falling behind quite a bit here, though. And here we go. The dogs move in. So this is nice. This is where Soldier can come back. He gets 1 villager. He does get 1 vill kill. Going for a second, and Striker pulled his villagers onto these few straggler trees, which is going to be very nice for him in the meantime. But as these trees get depleted, he'll have to kind of do something after that. He's getting another vill kill here. Oh, we do have C fight going on, though. 2 versus 3, though. Third one will pop soon. It's not going to be in time. It's gonna be 3v1 right now, 3v2 soon. These dogs are doing a bit of work. Striker is responding by dropping barracks, which is going to be really expensive and delay his future ships. But he's looking really good. It's 3v1. Let's see, 20 villagers to 18. Soldier's still behind in villagers because he missed so many cycles. And yeah, Soldier actually just behind by. He actually can't win C at this point. Even losing dogs. Yeah, Soldier, his macro was just really off. I don't know if he like practiced his strategy, but now switching to Stone. And unfortunately, he's in a very bad position very early in this potentially last game. So he's going to have to do something to work himself out of this really big hole that he dug for himself. Yeah, he had the wrong macro. He didn't have enough villagers on food early, so he couldn't make dogs and villagers. And, yeah, just villagers on the wrong resources. Dogs are still trying to cause some chaos here, but I think Soldier might even be slipping on more on villagers. The 45 population of 26, insanely large. Needs to drop his CC already over Gathering Stone. And there he goes, drops the TC. Oh god, 30 villagers, 24. So Soldier is incredibly far behind right now. 4 fishing boats. And these triremes are not just posting up everywhere. Soldier even spent the resources to... I don't like that. He spent the resources to build a dock, try to sneak back on C, but I mean he has to make like 4 triremes to get back to win C. Like it's gonna be very expensive to win back C. He like doesn't have the resources to make like anywhere near that. And now he's dropping stables. So he couldn't even make up his mind, but Striker finds it anyways. And this is rough. Probably not the best thing to do to drop military buildings. I think he probably had to maybe try to outboom, but he's going to be falling extremely far behind this villager count. We're at 34 villagers to 28. So the good thing about like Great Lake for him is that it's such a large map that like this game will eventually continue to progress. Like Striker, he's gonna have this big lead that he has, but as time goes, like it's kind of gonna get smaller and smaller in a sense, because he won't be able to finish Soldier since the map's so large that like this will still go into the late game. It will still go to the point where like both villagers have like 80 villagers and 90 villas and they're fighting in the late game. It's just a matter of like how much Soldier can ride his advantage. Like regardless, it's gonna go to where like both villagers have 80 because Striker won't be able to finish him like anytime anywhere near soon. But if he keeps riding his advantage, like he'll be in H4 with like H4 upgrades, while like Soldier's like at like 160 pop or so let's see how they play it. But Striker's doing it really well. He's just queuing up tons of villagers from each town center. So 0 chance of having like LTC. Found the watch post, just killing the watch post. Dropping down a couple stables, archer ranges, barracks. Some units are moving out for Soldier, but I mean by the time they get there, there'll be more units for Striker. So 38 villagers to 41. Villager gap isn't too big now, but quite a few are fishing boats, and they gather quicker. Oh, and this is actually painful. If Soldier doesn't notice this and fix this, this is gonna be really bad. You can't like throw away units. There are a couple raiders though, and one thing Raiders, just in general, as a base, like they're good raiding units, but when they get champion upgrade, like later in the game, they become very good raiders, and it makes Norse like really good on large maps, where you can just send tons of raiders late game and just like kill tons of villagers. So Soldier will have that opportunity like later in this game. He does spot this TC, but I mean, he just doesn't have the numbers. He's trying to pull units away, it's kind of nice, but then with the scout, well, he's just got like 2 raiders, so. You might get 1 Vill here, which is kind of nice. Oh, he should have just finished it, probably. 51 villagers to 46, so Soldier's not too far behind in the Vill lead. Making 4 buildings, I don't know if that's bad. I mean, that's okay. I don't know if he's able to hold that position, but we'll see. Soldier not going H3 himself. Ooh, Striker forgetting pickaxe. Oh, Soldier getting a couple Vill kills here. 3, really nice. Come thinking about it, this is probably Soldier's like. I know Soldier hasn't played much Norse in his whole career, but Civ is probably more designed for Soldier than like any other Civ, because Soldier is like best at like raiding and like that's how he plays. And yeah, Norse is like a really good raiding Civ. So see the villager count. We're at 56 villagers to 50. So getting some Vill kills, but still falling behind. He's queuing up, going H3, so that's pushing him behind. And just more fishing boats being made. Oh man, a lot of fishing boats being made, so that's, yeah. A few more barracks is going down. And both players are in H3. And Striker just ahead of so much population. Now he's moving out with his Prodromos, and there's me Prodromos raids. Oh god, he's about to catch these. It's gonna be really painful. He's gonna catch these villagers, and Soldier doesn't have any way to defend this. And this is actually huge. Oh, if Striker doesn't notice it, this will be huge. Oh, he does notice it just in time. Or actually, he saw the storehouse on the map, anyways. Yeah, so that's huge. Losing 5 villagers when you're behind is very painful. 52 villagers, 71. Oh. Soldier trying to get some Vill kills, but he has to deal with Prodromos. Now going Horseman, which he needs to do. Some more raids. Striker's doing a really good job of raiding. Taking out a longhouse and some villagers over here. And Soldier, this is the one thing Soldier cannot do. Is the worst possible thing is not make villagers. And he doesn't even have the food to make villagers. Unfortunately, he's now dropping tons of farms, but yeah, this is not going to help him get back. 49 to 80, and it's almost looking like GG at this point. Yeah, if he kept training villagers, like he would have eventually kind of just caught up, like I was saying, but if you don't train villagers and you let the economies come that much out of whack, then you can't continue, you can't, stay in the game. If Soldier can find this, that would be a nice pickup, but looks like Soldier is actually going to find these gold villagers, and if Striker doesn't notice this could be, yeah, but of course he's going to kind of notice it. Nice little pickup, but meanwhile Soldier's like getting ready at home. See if Striker loses all of these, I mean he'll still be up by a lot of villagers, but yeah, I mean that's a very nice pickup, but Striker's still like very, very far ahead. And Soldier now finally making villagers again, but yeah, he's incredibly far behind. Actually, nice little pickup again here, kind of, but Soldier needs to get like 10 of these good pickups to like crawl his way back in this game. 73 villagers of 41. It's like, And Striker just doing a bit more damage here at home. Um, 3 horsemen, not too many spearmen. And Striker's just going to clean this up with reinforcements. Yeah, looking rough. Fortunately, kind of quick and painful last game. Soldier just kind of lost C, had really bad early macro, and in game kind of like just went extremely out of hand very early. And yeah, I'm basically calling it right now. Soldier losing just a lot more units and now all these military buildings. Looks like GG is just going to get dragged out a bit longer. 52 villagers, 85. Behind over 100 population. And actually no gold. And I don't think Soldier thinks about like the unit civ picks. Like he said before to me that like you can't pick what civs you play versus like what your opponent is, but like if you're smart and you know what civs they've played and what map it is, like you can predict it pretty well. But I don't think Soldier pays attention to that, which is really silly. And like I think kind of where he lost a big part in this series is when he picked Greek on equal footing when Striker still had Celts left. Like that is just a very, very bad pick. And yeah. And we're just gonna see GG here, basically in a second or a minute. And there's the GG. So series goes to Striker 3-2. Or 3-1. And that is it for this. Daily and post-game stats. I actually told Soldier just did a very poor job of executing the strategy for us. His H2, very like H1, H2 was just very off. Very early H2 was really far off. Quite unfortunate. And just look at all resources gathered. He had 10,000 less res. Hospital win. Build chart. And that's it for this stream. If you guys have any questions, basically just gonna close. I'm really tired. This is Age of Empires Online. It's a free-to-play game. If you're not playing it, go download it. Below the video description, you can download for free. And that's it. All right, see you guys.